Hey everyone! Hey everyone! I figured I'd get to have you guys get to know me more by talking about one of my favorite subjects ever, fashion history. And I thought I'd start it off with one of my most favorite topics, the wedding dresses. Okay, so you know how like our conventional weddings are the conventional wedding dresses are like the white wedding dresses, and like everywhere the rest of the world they're still color, and a lot of their wedding dresses, like such as India and like the African heritage. Well, the reason why it mainly in like Europe, America, the English speaking countries for the most part, the reason why like white ended up becoming our like the color for the wedding dresses is because of one of the previous queens of England. I believe it was Queen Elizabeth, one of the Queen Elizabeths. You can fact check me on this. I'm totally okay with that. But okay, so white was like a class thing originally. Like wedding dresses used to originally come in all colors, like bright colors, dark colors. Black actually used to be part of the norm for wedding dresses. So like most people nowadays who are doing like those unconventional weddings and like not wearing white wedding dresses, you guys are actually staying true to the actual tradition of wedding dresses. And unlike the modern wedding dress, which was adopted by the church after Queen Elizabeth showed off, when the Queen Elizabeth showed off her white wedding dress, because she was showing it off for classes up. Because especially during that time, you all know how hard white is to keep clean. Imagine how hard it was to keep clean back in the Elizabethan times and in the Victorian era times and those times back then. So typically, they just wear their best dress because they would also be wearing those wedding dresses to travel in to their new home. So, like, isn't that so cool? It's also one of the reasons why when I like get married, in the future, I already have my future wedding I want planned out. I want a fall Midsummer's Night Dream Halloween wedding. I want it like out in the forest or the mountains. That way all I have to do is like bring like lights and lanterns, and the rest, nature will be the decoration, nature itself. So all I have to do is like bring fairy lights and all that stuff. Costumes required. I want costumes required. It's Halloween. And besides, this way you can bring kids, and if I like when I like that way I can also we can also have bachelorette parties. Yes, it'd be bachelorette parties. I am a lesbian, a bottom femme lesbian. Yes, I already have my future wedding, even though I'm single, planned out. Like having like illusion foods to serve, and like having barbecue food, like the barbecuing of the food, cooking the whole time, so guests can have like drinks and food during the wait. It's Halloween wedding. It's supposed to be fun. Costumes required. Costumes would be like the black tie. It is pretty much my version of black tie. It's awesome. Yes, someone can actually wear white to my future wedding. They can be a ghost. I'm not wearing white. I want to be a fall fairy for my future wedding, like with burnt oranges on all the color of fall. Investing in those like $3,000 mechanical, realistic Etsy fairy wings. Oh, anyways, back on topic of white. Also, did you know, besides the little classism that started the whole white wedding dresses that was later adopted by the church, which gave it its like purity and all that stuff, that all that's really recent. Like within the past couple, like, 100, like, years. All colorful wedding dresses. You guys go, girls. You guys go, girls. You are actually all the unconventional weddings of the modern times are actually closer to ancient weddings. Yeah. Oh, and then also, you know that rule about not wearing white after Labor Day? That's also a classism rule. It was mainly created, so, because, again, you know how the working class typically can't go to, like, tropical, warm places for travel year-round? Yeah, that's why you're not allowed to wear white after. That's why that social little rule came about. That's why that, like, fashion rule came around about why you can't wear white after Labor Day. So, like, if you want to wear white after Labor Day, just do it. It's a great way to say fuck you to classism. And then also, since I was talking about colors anyways, I'm going to reveal one of my favorite facts when it comes to colors. Okay, pink was originally the men's color because it was the color of stained blood. Yes, men, pink was originally your color because it was the color of stained blood. And then women, the women's color was originally blue because it was considered delicate and feminine and calm and serene and stuff like that. So blue was originally the women's color. Isn't it so hilarious how hard gender norms have, like, switched? It's kind of like how a lot of the time men wear makeup first or certain jewelry first. They wear heels first. There's this one YouTuber on here, I'm so glad he mentioned it before in one of his history explanations. Because it's true. It's really true. They used to wear heels in battle. Men used to wear heels in battle. They were useful in battle, men. Isn't that so cool? Yeah. Like, because pink is pink was their color because it's closest to red, again, because it's closest to a blood stain. Because of this, I've developed my own little color coding for my fashion choices and so on and stuff like that. Like, when I'm, like, on my period or, like, I'm not in the mood and stuff like that, I will wear pink to let people know not to mess with me. Besides, pink was originally the men's color because that's the color of stained blood. So it's perfect for my color to say I'm in a bad mood. And then on the flip side, when I'm in a good mood, I'm typically wearing darker colors or black. So, like, isn't this cool facts? If anyone else also knows some cool, fun historical fashion facts, they can share in the comments. And honestly, if you want to keep this channel going, I guess subscribers would be subscribing would be a good way to keep the channel going. I'll still be posting, and be very annoying about it with all my posting, as you can see. I've barely had this for like a little over 48 hours, like 72 to 84 hours of starting this channel. And all that stuff. Yeah, and I kind of just realized you guys don't know much about me or, like, my interest. Like, I'm planning to have a music session later today that I'm going to be filming. And I'll just be dancing, listening, jamming out. If you want, if you like music, the music I'm listening to, feel free to join in and listen with me. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, and another fashion history fact, because I just came on here just to talk fashion history and share fun facts, and so you can just see some of my interests besides the all the other stuff I post. Did you know that corsets for the working class women were actually comfortable compared to the wealthy and the working class? And like the corsets that people like talk about and reference and think to of first, you're thinking of the upper wealth, the upper middle class to wealthy in that time period. Like those corsets specifically became popular because of France, and that's where you get all the rumors that corsets are like only bad and can like hurt you. That is not true. If you go look up like actual like peasants and the everyday like person, like in the corsets they were actually built for functionality, and like they were actually comfortable. They were like specifically built for support and so on. They were not there for fashion. For it, the corset, there are corsets that were made expressively not for fashion purposes. Yeah. So yeah, isn't it cool how much stuff is like tied to like classism and how like the different gender norms like switch all the time? Like also like with beauty trends and fashion and so on, like at one point being a bigger bodied woman was actually highly desirable because it showed the amount of like wealth, childbearing. You're more likely to survive childbirth because you were bigger bodied. And at one point we even like large foreheads at one point were like in historically. Also, people should really go actually take a real good thorough look at fashion history before they say modern fashion is too outrageous, provocative, all of that. No, you guys should really go like check out some fashion history. Did you know at one point in time it was popular for your nips, your titties, like your nipples actually to be shown on purpose? No little like cover-ups or patsies, but your actual like tits on display. Like they would add more blush to it to bring attention to it. So yeah, people really should take a look at fashion history before they say like a modern fashion is too provocative or outrageous. Men in fashion used to I forgot the actual term for their accessory, but it essentially was a junk accessory to show off. The bigger the bigger it was, the more impressive you were in like war, financial circles, wealth. Like all the way back to the Greek and Roman times, we used to wear see-through clothes. See-through clothes used to be normal. Like modesty when it comes to fashion is actually more of like it's a slow, like it's a revolving thing in our fashion history. Modesty, like we go through cycles of it. So yes, when you see certain I felt bad for Ye's wife, Bianca, but she's right now the best example I have for like how see-through back in the Greek and Roman times their clothes were. So like I said, fashion history is awesome. It's so cool. Like the things you like that's in there, and like the stuff that links like everything together. Yeah, there's some horrifying shit in fashion history. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of really cool fun facts. I haven't had this much fun talking on here at all since during this raw footage thoughts and vibes. Well, I hope now that I've shared some actually more about me and some fun fashion facts, because I'm a fashion history girly. I love cosplay, anime, manga. I hope I said that right. Let's see. Waterfall climbing. Waterfall climbing is a big one. I love waterfall climbing, camping, hiking, jet skiing, parkour when I'm in the mood for it. And then I also, like I said, I love fashion, art, all that stuff. I'm currently writing an epic fantasy right now. I had to stop at the first chapter because I have to do boat navigation, boat slang research, because I want it to be really accurate. And it's an epic fantasy, and they're going to be like traveling worldwide in the epic fantasy. And I'm planning to have a lot of inspo from worldwide, other cultures besides our own. So in my inspo page, it's pretty much going to be an educational side of the book, so like you guys can get like the real education and stuff down to like the boat details and which culture and so on. So there's proper representation too. I'm also planning to like make maps and like actual artwork for the book too. I want it to be a hardcover book. It's gonna be big. You can think like a classic book level, like classic book novel, like level thickness, not modern book level thickness, past book level like thickness. And then also I do makeup artistry typically, and then I'll like style also occasionally for people. Let's see. I'll probably be annoying with how much I post while I'm trying to get more steady work. I used to be an esthetician. I did enjoy that quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. I love bringing like up people's like confidence and helping them out and like doing those massages and stuff that you're taught how to do as an esthetician for your like skincare, for like back facials and like actual facials themselves. But I need more innovation faster than it happens in esthetician stuff and in esthetician work. Again, I loved it. It was great. I love bringing up people's confidence, all that stuff. But it was just a little too slow for me when it comes to like new techniques, new this and that. It's still pretty fast. It's pretty satisfying for most people, but not enough for me. You can be really creative in it, but I love makeup artistry for a reason. If anyone checks out my Instagram, which is pocket size 28, you will see a whole bunch of cosplay and and costumes on there. I'm pretty sure if you scroll down far enough down, you'll find my Catwoman cosplay. That one was a lot of fun. I really wish I remembered to take a picture of my Genshin Impact cosplay. Like, that's so far been my favorite costume or cosplay I've done. Besides my Murderous Bride and my friend Avery, he was my victim. That was a lot of fun. Oh, another random fact that I just remembered while talking about all this stuff. Did you know Halloween, at one point in time in our history, yes, at one point in time in our history, Halloween used to be a time for political commentary, especially when things were horrifying and really, really bad, especially with the government. Halloween, at one point in time in history, was time for political commentary. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Oh, I love playwrights and musicals. I prefer to read playwrights. And as you can tell, Midsummer's Night Dream is my favorite one. Because Puck is awesome. Puck is really awesome. Honestly, if Puck is real and a woman, I'd be doomed. But Puck isn't real and is not a woman, so I'm safe. Oh, speaking of Puck, I want a jumping spider, and I want to name it Puck, along with wanting like 3 different tarantulas. I'm really bad with trying to remember their actual scientific names right now, but I do know one. I do remember one name off the top of my head of the species. I want a pink-toed tarantula. I want a big white one. Oh, the pink-toed tarantula, I want to name it Aphrodite. And then I want to get an orange sunset tarantula, and I want to name that one Aries. And I want to have, like, customize their cages to their names. And then the big white one, the big white tarantula I want to name her Selene after the moon. I think you'll come to notice I really love folklore a lot on this channel. Anyways, lovelies, peace out. And subscribe if you want. But please comment down below. I would really love someone to like continue this conversation with on like random fashion history facts and all that stuff. And like getting to actually know me. Because I kind of realize those posts aren't really going to help with that. If I want to have a thoughts and vibes raw footage channel where we can actually talk about our interest, I should probably take the first step. Probably should have taken the first step, like I finally did now, and talk about my interests. And later today, I will be having a jamming session where I will be dancing, and either the dancing will be bad or good, I don't know. Probably both. Or just bad and goofy. But either way, tune in with me later today. Okay. Officially, goodbye, lovelies.